So Jacob came to Luz, which is in the land of Canaan, that is Bethel, he and all the people that were with him. And he built there an altar and called the place El Bethel, that's the God of Bethel, because there God appeared unto him when he fled from the face of his brother. Now a loss was approaching. But Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and she was buried beneath Bethel under an oak, and the name of it was called Alon Bakuth. Deborah was his mother's nurse. Imagine the bond he had with her. Imagine the nostalgia he had being around her. She reminded him of his mother, and I'm sure was like a mother to him as well. Now she died. That's painful. And God appeared unto Jacob again when he came out of Padan Aram, and blessed him. And God said unto him, Thy name is Jacob, thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name. And he called his name Israel. And God said unto him, I am God Almighty, be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins. And the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed after thee will I give the land. And God went up from him in the place where he talked with him. So God was still with him, even in the death of his mother's loss. God never left him, even in his loss. And Jacob set up a pillar in the place where he talked with him, even a pillar of stone, and he poured a drink offering thereon, and he poured oil thereon. And Jacob called the name of the place where God spake with him, Bethel. A major loss was approaching, a very big loss. And they journeyed from Bethel, and there was but a little way to come to Ephrath. And Rachel travailed, and she had hard labor. She was pregnant and was about to deliver a child. And it came to pass, when she was in hard labor, that the midwife said unto her, Fear not, thou shalt have this son also. So this was the second child after Joseph. And it came to pass, as her soul was in departing, for she died, she was dying, that she called his name Benoni, for his father called him Benjamin. And Rachel died and was buried in the way to Ephrath, which is Bethlehem. And Jacob set a pillar upon her grave. That is the pillar of Rachel's grave unto this day. This is difficult. Rachel, the love of his life, the one he served 14 years for, now dead. Now he had a baby without a mother, a baby that will not be breastfed by the mother. That first milk from the mother's breast, yellowish, colostrum, which gives a child immunity, he will never get it. A baby that will grow up without his mother. The average person will say, if God is with me, then why did Rachel die? Why didn't he save her? Why? If she died while God was with me, then God is not worth serving. Pain. But Jacob was a mustard seed. He did not turn away from God. He stayed. Another catastrophe was coming. And Israel journeyed and spread his tent beyond the town of Edar. And it came to pass, when Israel dwelt in that land, that Reuben went and lay with Bilhah, his father's concubine. And Israel heard it. His firstborn slept with his concubine, more like his third wife. That's an abomination. That's dishonor. That's disrespect. That's like opening his father's nakedness. That's a major problem. Jacob still did not turn away from God despite this wicked thing that Reuben did to him. Another loss was coming. And Jacob came unto Isaac his father, unto Mamre, unto the city of Abba, which is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac sojourned. And the days of Isaac were 180 years. And Isaac gave up the ghost and died, being old and full of days. And his sons, Esau and Jacob, buried him. His daddy died. Jacob did not waver despite this. He still stayed faithful to God. Genesis 37. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him and could not speak peaceably unto him. Another tragedy was coming. And Joseph went after his brethren and found them in Dothan. And when they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to kill him. And Reuben heard it and said, let us not kill him. And Judah said unto his brethren, come and let us sell him. And they took Joseph's coat and killed a goat, a kid of the goat, and dipped the coat in the blood. And they sent the coat of many colors, and they brought it to their father and said, this have we found. Know now whether it be thy son's coat or no. And he knew it and said, it is my son's coat. An evil beast has devoured him. Joseph is without doubt rent in pieces. And Jacob rent his clothes and put sackcloth upon his loins and mourned for his son many days. And all his sons and all his daughters rose up to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. And he said, for I will go down into the grave unto my son mourning. Thus his father wept for him. Painful. The pain a person suffers from direct hurt is one thing, but the pain a person suffers from hurt done to one's child is another kind of pain. Imagine the pictures in Jacob's mind, the teeth of the lion tearing Joseph's body. That's traumatizing. How does one recover from that? The average person will say, if God is with me, why didn't he protect my son from this? I'm done with God. But Jacob remained with God. Years passed. Another problem was loaded. There was famine. Genesis 42. And Joseph's 10 brothers went down to buy corn in Egypt. 10 went, 9 came back. Simeon was imprisoned in Egypt. The 9 came back and asked their father for Benjamin. The father was like, share a war with it. Check badu. It's a family, you know. Now let's carry this one and go again. Genesis 42:36. And Jacob their father said unto them, me have ye bereaved of my children. Joseph is not, and Simeon is not, and ye will take Benjamin away. All these things are against me. Then after Judah stood as surety for Benjamin, this is what Jacob said. Genesis 43. And God Almighty give you mercy before the man, that he may send away your other brother and Benjamin. If I be bereaved of my children, I am bereaved. In other words, I pray God will have mercy and bring back Simeon and Benjamin. But if they die, so be it. Not, let's go and fortify Benjamin with powers from a shrine, so that the man will not be able to imprison him. He said, if my children die, so be it. Later, Joseph reunited with his father and brought his father to see Pharaoh. Listen to the exchange that transpired between Jacob and Pharaoh. Genesis 47:7-10. And Joseph brought in Jacob his father and set him before Pharaoh. And Jacob blessed Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said unto Jacob, how old are you? And Jacob said, 130. Now listen to what Jacob said. Few and evil have the days of the years of my life been. Few and evil. Evil here, not in the sense of evil, but in the sense of hardship. It's like saying, I've had a very hard and difficult life. I don't see Shaggy Pro Max. He had a difficult life, but he was loyal.